morning. I just got to the office. I want to do a little video on grief. Let me fix my speaker. The process of grief, the timeline of grief. One thing I've learned as a healer and channeling people's souls all day, every day, and people are really honest with me in our sessions, very vulnerable. So I see the inner world of people constantly, which is way different from the social media persona you'll see of people or what they'll tell you, outside of a healing session. And I just want to let you know that grief is normal. It's a normal part of life. Everyone's grieving something, and there is no timeline on that grief. It seems like it's human nature to need someone to blame for our problems. And Paul talks about how he's learned to be content in everything. And I'm really striving for that. I feel like I do balance my life pretty well. As a coach, I know how to help people get their life on the right path and balance everything out and have certain priorities that are met regularly. So I do balance my life pretty well. But it doesn't take away the things I'm struggling with internally. And I know that makes people uncomfortable, but I'm a healer. I'm an empath and I'm a healer. And that's what I dwell in. I dwell in vulnerability and emotions. And I have my own as well as all of my clients, which I help with every day. So I know that the things I share might come off as uncomfortable for people, but it's human nature. And everyone's dealing with a grievance in some area of their life, whether that be, mad at their husband or wife, or mad at their kids, or mad at a sibling, or mad at a parent, or a friend, or a boss. Like, we're always projecting our anger to be someone else's fault. And one thing that I've learned is that every human on earth is actually mad at God. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in a fallen world apart from Him. We'd be with Him. So there's a reason we're all here on earth, fallen away from God, because something in our heart is actually mad at God, because that's what separated us, sin. We wouldn't sin if we knew God for who He was, and if we loved Him wholly, there would be no sin, because we would trust Him 1,000% to never do wrong. So every person in their heart has anger at God. Whether you're aware of it or not, take some time to dissect that. We blame God for something in our life, which is why we sin. And we project our problems onto other people. I have never projected my problems onto people. Maybe if someone hurt my feelings and I need to work through it, or like childhood traumas, my anger and grievance is with God. I'm fully aware of that, because I glorify Him in every good thing that happens. And so when things happen that are upsetting to me, I know He's in charge of it. I know He's allowed it for something to teach me, and I'm not happy about it. I'm like a spoiled kid that's not getting my way. And but I love to talk about my problems because it helps people realize they're not alone, and it comforts me, because I don't have a group of friends that I can go and vent to, which is what normally you do. You go have lunch with friends and you talk about your problems. I don't have that here in Utah. And I do talk with my clients, and they're the only reason I've healed, is because my clients are so amazing. But I like to share my journey on Facebook because I get so much comfort. But when I do get people that come at me negatively, I'm just going to delete your comments because it's ignorant. And I will be there to fully support you in your journey. And I want the same for myself. I'm not going to let someone be like, yell at me because I'm not over something. Or if I make you uncomfortable because I'm not over my trauma, and my part of healing is to share my journey, because talking through things helps you heal. And that's what my platform is. It's about healing. So you'll want to unfollow me for sure if that makes you uncomfortable. But it's real, and there is no timeline on your grief. If you've lost a child, if you've lost a spouse, whatever your trauma is, let yourself grieve as long as you need. It's a process, because if you try and bottle it up, you're lying to yourself, and you're never going to heal if you don't validate the grief. And just because someone else is over their grief quicker than you are doesn't make anything wrong with you. It means that maybe yours was deeper. Maybe it affected you worse. Because if you're still going through it, then it takes longer to heal. So who knows? Who knows if yours was deeper than someone who got over theirs quickly? No one can ever judge you on your pain and suffering. We should only be there to support each other. And I am here to support you. If you're in Ogden, come in and see me. I can read your soul and tell you why you're going through it and what to do to move forward, because it is always for your greater good. I know if I had a husband right now, I would not do what I'm doing because I wouldn't care. I would be so fulfilled in life if I had a husband, more kids, a homestead. That's all I want. I would be so fulfilled. I would not do the work God wants me to do. So he is keeping that from me, and he has told me that I'm getting married and I'm going to have a son by the time I'm 42. I have that promise. I know it's going to happen. But again, a little bit of my faith doesn't believe it enough for me to just be happy and know it's coming. Like, I still get in my head, and that's what I'm trying to work on. Is I hate having a bad attitude. I'm really trying to fix that, because I want to be like in The Wizard of Oz, like Glinda the Good Witch. She was like immovable. She was gorgeous and so calm, cool, collected, and peaceful. And she was a comfort to all the Munchkins and Dorothy. And, you know, they're like freaking out, and she's like laughing, being like, it's okay, you know, follow the yellow brick road. And that's what I want to be. I'm working really, really, really hard to be unshakable. But I got a bad attitude, and I need to work on it. And I know that. So pray for me. Pray these demons out. But I just wanted to share, do not ever let anyone put a timeline on your grieving. And I will fully support you in your journey, however long it takes you. I've got clients 5 years in that are still not over an affair their spouse had on them. Like, how do you get over that? How do you get over a divorce? How do you get over abandonment? How do you get over your child's suffering? I don't know that you can. You just simply surrender and you trust. No one's asking you to get over it. You do the best you can, and you surrender and trust, and God is the one that heals you. You don't heal yourself. God is the one that heals you. You can't put a timeline on that. So anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and don't let anyone discourage you, and be vulnerable, and those who care will be there, and those who don't care can move aside. Okay, y'all have a good day. Bye.